Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is November the 4th, 2023, and today the topic is Life Without God. Happy Saturday. Yes, happy Saturday, everybody. Hope you had a fabulous Friday. Mine was just fine. Yep, mine was good overall. After I had my 3 back-to-back situations, doing the juice, coaching my dating coaching client, and then recording an episode of GSL. The rest of the day, I kind of just chilled for the most part. Me and the little guy had a pizza movie day marathon. And so, yeah, I think we watched about 3 or 4 movies before. I was like, okay, kid, it's nap time. It's nap time. That was what my day looked like in a nutshell. But yeah, man, I woke up this morning rather early. I want to say like around 2:27, I think. And it was significant. I feel like the verses and the what came up in the Strong's Concordance for me felt good and everything like that. But I would say today's conversation is inspired by well, one, I was having this thought, like every now and then I have this thought that, man, we really, I guess just how much we don't know versus how much the people before us apparently knew, right? Obviously they were closer to the Lord, and he used them to write down all the words that we study and analyze today, that we debate over, that we go back and forth about and things like that. So I was kind of thinking about that. And then at some point, I just started to wonder, like, what would life be or look like without God? Because, I mean, when you go through the Bible, you see all these different explanations of, like, I guess some things, right? Again, I came across the verse. I did not write it down today, but a few weeks ago, I came across this verse that was saying that if God took his breath away, that we all would just perish. And that thought alone is a huge indication of what life would be without God. Obviously, it would be non-existent for us. But yeah, I just kind of was going deeper about that today, and that's what I ended up studying. So yeah, hopefully this will encourage you and inspire you when it comes to this conversation. Now, granted, I ended up going to gotquestions.org, and yes, there are articles there addressing this topic in a very good way. So you guys can go deeper and look at it on your own. Matter of fact, it's called "Can Man Live Without God?" And I mean, okay, spoiler alert. The short answer is no, we can't live without God. At least physically, we couldn't deny him and try to live without God. And try to say that he isn't there, that he doesn't exist, things like that. We can do that, but that doesn't I guess take away from what the truth is. And then ultimately too, even it's like everything around us kind of, again, it's this testimony that God is there, and that God exists and things like that. But you guys can check out another article that goes deeper in way, way, way deeper way. And it's called Is There Evidence for the Existence of God? And no, wait, it's called Does God Exist? And then it's continued, Is there evidence for the existence of God? So y'all can check out that article at gotquestions.org if you so feel led to do. Again, it goes deeper in a way that I don't intend to go here. So you guys can go deeper on your own about all of that. But I do feel led to go ahead and just share these verses with y'all and get your minds, whirring and stirring. And it's up to you, to do whatever you feel led to do after that. So here we go. John 8:12. It says, again, Jesus spoke to them saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. So not only am I imagining this world without God to be dark, but then perhaps even the life to be short, right? That's what I'm gathering from that verse, because the opposite is, life with him, knowing that, okay, he's the light of the world, so therefore there's light available. And then he also says the light of life. You will have the light of life and everything like that. That made me think about this morning. At some point, I was thinking about this whole concept again of eternal life. It might have been when I listened to the prayer meditation. They might have been talking about eternal life. I can't remember, because, listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was waking up and went back to sleep, and I woke up and went back to sleep. And at first I'm like, Lord, is it you allowing me to rest, or is it, an enemy trying to distract me from doing the juice this morning, But again, since I done got out of the habit of saying, oh, if I don't do it exactly at 6, I'm not gonna do it. That doesn't matter, because your girl is recording at the 6, and here I am, and here's the juice. So hopefully it's right on time for you. But yeah, at some point, basically, I got reminded of the fact that life is eternal, right? And what we are experiencing is, as they say, temporary, So something to think about. I mean, I know they say, like, physically, right? And in science, they say that, obviously, if something was to happen to the sun or the light source that we know of, that Earth really wouldn't last that long. So, I mean, I don't know. Is that confirmation of what the Bible is saying? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that the sun is the sun, Jesus, but it is a source of light. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to help us today with thinking about all of this, but let me keep going. Here go another verse. Ephesians 2:12. It says, remember that you were at that time separated from Christ, alienated from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers to the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. So obviously, life without God is hopeless. I think a lot of us that have come to Christ, we remember, right, those days before coming to Christ. Remember what that felt like. At least I do. I can't say for everybody else. Maybe sometimes we go through stuff and then we forget, right? We feel like we arrived. We feel like we always been saved, or whatever the case is. But I can definitely think back on, again, times that I may not have been in alignment, which would mean that I was spiritually dead or without God, or whatever the case is, and it didn't feel good, And yeah, okay. Matter of fact, I think one of the articles addresses the fact that sin can feel good, but at the same time, that is fleeting, right? That is for a moment. Then ultimately, you're spending the rest of the time that you're without God feeling like, man, something is missing, something ain't right. I'm a living testimony of all those feelings before, again, not just trying to plug, but I did write all about it in the cultivation period of Single Christian's Journey. If you guys want to just know more in particular about me, and my life and journey and things like that, and what it was like and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm saying all that to say that I definitely feel like I am a living testimony of that verse in action, that I definitely remember what it was like, and I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to, a life without hope, right? Or emptiness, or darkness, or however you want to look at it. I don't know. Do you like that time separated from the Lord? Some people do now. I mean, hey, you got free will to choose. But again, I feel like a lot of us that come to Christ, we can acknowledge the fact that, yeah, I remember those days. I don't want to go back to them days. I prefer days of today. So, yeah, there's something to think about. You go another verse, y'all. John 14:6. It says, Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Again, controversial verse. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, let me just stick to the verse, because there's things to say, but at the same time, I don't want to get off track. So it says the way, right? So then that means there's no way outside of Christ, which we believe is God. So there's no way Then there's no truth. If we talk about life without God, there's no way, there's no truth, and then there's no life, according to that verse. And so, I mean, those things, those three verses at least should give you all a sneak peek of what life without God looks like. No light. So in darkness, no life. That means, we know what no life means, I guess, right? No hope. And again, there's no way and no truth. So I don't know if you can imagine a world like that where there's none of those things, but I don't think I want to be there. Do you? I mean, a place. Okay, let's just imagine no truth. I know that sounds weird, but let's just imagine like there's a place where there's no truth. So that means like it's just overwhelmed by lies. Like, could you like if you're someone that truly loves the truth, like could you survive at a place with no truth? I don't know. Y'all can go deeper about all these thoughts and stuff like that. Ask yourself these questions. And hey, if you feel like the answer is like, nah, I probably couldn't survive in a place without truth. Could you survive in a place without light? Could you survive in a place without hope? Like, if your answer is no to all those things, then hey, it seems like you might want to go ahead and get things right with the Lord and everything like that. Y'all can go deeper. Plenty of well, actually, there's only one verse in the go deeper section, but those two articles that I told you guys about at godquestions.org, like I said, addresses all these things and perhaps any question you may have about the things that I've shared today. But yeah, that's ultimately the juice this morning. Now the Bible verse of today is Job 19:25. It says, "For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all on Monday, if the Lord's will, man. Yeah, have a wonderful weekend. Yeah, I'll talk to y'all on Monday, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. There you go. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice. I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Thank you so much for listening, watching, subscribing, and sharing all those wonderful things. Like I said, I know I was back and forth with sleep and stuff this morning, but hey, I'm here, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this juice. I hope it got your wheels turning. And if you need some more answers and stuff, go check out those articles at godquestions.org. Really good reads. And obviously you always can go deeper with the Bible and whatnot as well. But yep, not too much planned on my schedule for the weekend. So I guess I'll let y'all know on Monday, whatever happens. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good one though. Talk to y'all next time with the Lord's will. Bye.